Our last speaker is someone that I consider a friend. He's got a wonderful story that he's going to share with you. He's our future Lieutenant Governor. Let's give him a hand.
Thanks everybody for letting me be here today. Actually, I had a warm-up talk this morning up in Bucyrus, Ohio. If you know where that is. In case you're wondering, it's about 2.5 hours north of here.
Wow.
But I think Jim spoke, or Renacci spoke first or earlier today, so I won't repeat our platform and everything he said. What I thought would be interesting is to talk about why I said yes to running with Renacci, and why I believe he picked me based on what he told me. Because you see, this was not a dream of mine to run for Lieutenant Governor, for many reasons. But actually my day job of being a movie producer was also not a dream of mine. When you grow up in an orphanage, like I did, my dream was to have a family.
Yes.
And to be able to raise a family, and to be a parent and a father to kids that I didn't get to have. So I take this very seriously, running for office, because our state and our country is in a very serious spot right now. And we need good people, like people that can stand behind this microphone today, to lead this state and to lead this country. So with choosing someone to run with, quite a few people in Ohio asked me to consider running for statewide office, governor or lieutenant governor. And what I realized is, being a film producer, I think I'm a pretty good judge of actors, good actors, bad actors. And what I realized is, politics is not a whole lot different than the creative film world. And there's quite a few, what I would like to call actors, in government right now and running for office. There's a guy who tried to act as a conservative for the past 45 years during primaries. But then he tends to show his true colors during the other 3.5 years of holding office. There's another guy that is pretending to be a cowboy and a restaurant owner to sell some hamburgers that evidently he buys from Costco. There's another, I don't even know what to say about the other guy running because I haven't seen him yet, but I hear he's out there, and I wish I had a good joke, but I am all over this state 2 or 3 times a day at events, and I just haven't seen them yet. But then there's Jim Renacci. And the first time that I sat down with Jim Renacci, he's the only person I met with that did not talk about his plan to win office. He had a novel idea. All we talked about for about a 4-hour morning meeting was his plan for Ohio. And it was this novel idea. Because what I've learned is political science is the art of getting to your next elected position. It has nothing to do with leading and nothing to do with running governorship. It has nothing to do with making the state a better place. Political science is all about me, my career. We did not talk about that with Jim. We actually talked about his frustrations, his anger with what's happening in Ohio, and how for the past 3 years, since 2019, he has been traveling throughout this state, listening to people to see if his frustrations are the same as everybody else. So here's why Jim said he chose me. And there were quite a few people on the list. I think some people here were actually on his committee to help him select someone. He said, Joe, I have a plan and solutions for a lot of the issues in this state. But what I know about you is you have the ability to relate to so many people in this state. If you were in Loveland, Ohio, the issues that a lot of people are dealing with here are not the issues they're dealing with in Portsmouth, Ohio. I know that because I've been there, and drugs is the #1 issue in Portsmouth, Ohio. It's also not the same issue that we deal with in Licking County. evidently they're dealing with solar farm issues that I don't know enough about, according to them. But I'm learning, I'm trying. Jim said, Joe, because of your journey, you have the ability to understand and relate to a lot of people. He said, Joe, you understand drug addictions, alcohol, abuse, just the family that you were born into. He says you understand poverty because you lived on the streets. You understand the importance of family because you did not have one when you grew up. And it has been your number one focus since you got to Ohio, was to have the ability, and after you met your wife, to have your own family. He said, Joe, you understand the importance of the military, first responders, police, because you're a vet. You were active duty for 6 years at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. He says, Joe, you understand the issue of being a business owner in Ohio, because you've been a business owner for 10 years in finance and another 10 years in the film world. So you understand the issue of business. He said, Joe, you understand the issue of conservatives getting our message across, and you understand that the left has been very strategic using entertainment, media, and education to indoctrinate all of us and all of our children. Yep. And he said, Joe, you understand the issue of life and how important it is because you put your neck out there and you made a movie about abortion called Unplanned. And you met so many people. By the way, I didn't do it for finance reasons. Horror films how you make money in Hollywood. It is not abortion movies. My wife sometimes wonders why don't we go after the easy money one? The other issue that Jim said that I understand well is this cardboard cutout here of President Donald Trump. Because I got so tired of hearing their story from the family themselves that the media would never tell. So I asked them, can I tell your story? And spent about 4 months with them, including President Trump. So I actually got to hear firsthand why he needs to make America great again. I'm not one of the candidates that stands next to the cardboard cutout and pretends I know the guy. I was with him in the residence of the White House when he told me the importance of making America great again. So I say all that because that's why Jim chose me to be his running mate. It's because I understand people and Jim understands the problems and the solutions that we need to deploy for it. It's going to take both. It's going to take his CPA brain to fix the state, and it's going to take my ability to communicate to all of you and the rest of Ohio what needs to be done and how we're going to do it. So in 30 days, I think it's official now, when we all have the opportunity to vote in the primary, you don't have a choice. There is one conservative ticket on May 3rd that's going to represent you for the state of Ohio. There's only one conservative ticket that's going to make Ohio great again, and one ticket that's going to make Ohio a state you can be proud of again, and that's the Renee Knopp ticket. Thank you for your vote.